Hello, my study area for final project of my master's in product design is digital access for non-English speaking city dwellers. This is an inquiry to understand this user segment, how they behave in and around the mobile phone. This study is done with Treemouse as a 6-month internship project, ended in May 2020. It is an individual project, no team was involved. The aim of the study is to understand the digital access and users' lifestyle around it and in it. How this non-English speaking segment access the digital tool and build their own logic to overlay the digital gap. Coming over to objective. Objective is to map how these group interact with digital tool and technologies and how they perform around it. In-depth interviews and a systemic approach is taken to understand the relationship. The rationale of my approach is to understand each stakeholder and their ecosystem, where they all exist and interact. Scope of this project will help to break the conventional method of approaching and understanding the users. I talked to different users. Some are first generation who migrated to cities in search of jobs. Also, few are second generations who are now continuing the culture their elders have set up for them. Different profiles have emerged out, like primary owners of the mobile phones who have the decision making and buying power, and supportive owners like earning mothers who mostly buys the phone for their son first. Similarly, few are users who get engaged with the phone while doing their jobs. They says it makes them to do their job better. To go deep into the user ecosystem, I map the user journey, which involves the first day they buy the phone, what triggers them to acquire the device, what they do when they first buy the phone at the very first day. Next is signing up and initial setting up, where most of them needs assistance, and local shops and service providers are the most trusted and reliable source for doing this signing up and initial setting up into their phones. Moving on, how they are making changes around with their phone, like involving phone in their into their jobs. This taps into different types of engagements, like first, when you yourself use your phone. Second is when you are looking at the screen and doing something else, like watching music video while cooking. There are different zoom points which have emerged from the qualitative research, like connecting virtually, gender biases, hierarchical usage, shared usage, visual literacy, and talking to the phone, which is a speech to text feature. These points shows how such advanced tools, features, and functions fails when it is used by deferred users in different ecosystems. For example, speech to text feature have its own limitation, which on several attempts makes the user uncomfortable, which results into quick dropouts. This features does not detect voice in open or in a busy environment. Thus, Users most of the time blames themselves that they are not able to adapt or grasp how to speak into that digital language. Such gaps in such advanced technology neglects this segment users, hence resulting into digital divide or gap. Study shows how these gaps can be overcome if we are able to understand our users better. Eventually, this opens up the opportunity to make our professionals a better observer by providing a toolkit of guidelines which will help them to understand the context better before jumping into the field. To designing for this segment of users, you have to understand the empathy which they create around their own ecosystem. To start with, I have developed a system relational map which shows the relationships of different systems and scenarios together. This map is a systemic relational map, first part of which shows the relationship of each stakeholders with each scenarios and use cases, leading to user profiles and different touch points and zoom points, which eventually shows the gaps emerging in the existing technology. Leading to develop guidelines which acts as a tool to design and research. These are the pointers which have been taken as a basis or a benchmark to come up with a framework which will help professionals and students to understand their users better. These tools are segregated into three parts, which are user, product, and sprint. These are the basic things which every designer needs to understand before jumping into designing a product for their users. For users, you have to ask yourself the context your user is interacting with, like network connectivity, contextual ecosystem, tools ability, cultural trails, digital abilities, device sharing, gender nuances, language comprehensions, financial trust, and purchasing priorities. Going deep into it, for example, device sharing. You have to ask yourself how many people are sharing that device while they are interacting with your product. This is one example how and what can be designed for multiple users when they are using single device. Similarly, tools ability. Is your product able to get into the operating system which does not support a high resolution or a high capacity platform? Next, coming over to product part, which will help to plan your design better. You have to ask yourself, does your design have regional popular content or a better product lifecycle, service and maintenance, minimal layer of navigation, or guidance and assistance? For example, users don't go deep into when they find different levels or layers of interaction into an application. They usually search or navigate on the superficial layer of the application or a product. Eventually, they get into quick dropouts when there is too many options or layers into a product. Thus, we have to see the context in a better way by designing a very minimal layer of navigation for these users. Moving on, sprint. This part will help you to focus on quality in the field, what, when, and how to ask relevant questions to the users, keeping in mind care, visuals, content, assistance, talking and logic, data usage, navigation, afterlife, and initial setting up or signing in. For example, what logic does the user is comprehending while interacting with the phone or the feature? For example, is your user able to save the contacts or type in the email ID or into a get into a product which requires the email ID to sign up? Is he or she is using that product with or without signing in with their own email IDs or not? Eventually shows that they only want to look what is there inside the product. So they usually interact with the product without even signing in. So keeping in mind these three major pointers, sprint, users, and product, and having each categories different questions to help you out before jumping into the field. Thank you.